Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to your apostles and notice at Great Millstone. This is Ignaya Allah with the beloved truth. Now, this lesson, I'm going to call it the Last Supper, okay? Because we're headed into the hour of temptation or Jacob's trouble, which is Jacob's trouble. And it's basically a cup that we're going to have to swallow, you know, just like Yahweh Shai did. And I'm going to get the account uh, of the Last Supper and what basically took place and how it correlates to what we go through or what we're heading into. Because we really haven't had anything drastic that we had to deal with as far as we know as of yet. You know, things are going to get pretty chaotic out here. You know, some people like to call it a fear mongering, feeding off fear. Well, I can tell you right now, I don't get anything out of telling people the truth. It's just what we have to do, regardless of what uh, people think, you know. But just like Yahweh Shai, the elect's intentions are pure because we're led by the Spirit. So, and this has everything to do with what's going on, in the world and what we're those that call themselves that's a part of the truth, and those that you know believe that you know that they supposed to be here, and this is the reality, not just for us, those who pray and hope that they elect, but the whole world. It's a reality is going to set in, so to speak. So this is Revelations 3:10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And it's simply the tribulation that's about to come is set up as so uh, to try us. Um, when you read Second Esdras, all right, Second Esdras chapter 16, I believe like the 68th verse. All right, because the time of judgment is coming. You know, the scriptures speak on that. That's one of the big things that the scriptures always point out: the day of, the Lord's wrath. Or his indignation. Everybody's gonna have to face that judgment. All right, it's just a matter of what side you're playing, or what side the Lord has chosen for you. You know. So this is Second Esdras 16:68. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision, and in reproach, and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place, and in the next cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like mad men, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses." All right. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Okay. That's a few points I want to just grab out of here. That burning wrath of a great multitude, that is the troops, right? FEMA troops, UN troops. All right. Those are the troops that's going to come in and bring in that totalitarianism system. All right. And verse 69, where it says, they that consent unto them, unto who? Unto the the way of life as we so see it, the pseudo environment which the elites have created for us to live in. You know, they they even own or fabricate how we think and how we accept words or accept certain things in life. They create the standard by which we live. Not the elect, because the scriptures speak of us fleeing Babylon, meaning spiritually we flee. Uh, we flee the uh, the, the 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 mindset of these, what we call, you can call them Babylonians, you can call them Americans. They're all the same thing. All right. So verse 70, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So nobody is going to escape it. Everybody's going to be tried and tested. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. All right. So those that fear the Lord, they're going to be get spoiled and destroyed, basically, man. You know, that's everybody. And that's Jacob's trouble. Okay. It says, then shall, I'm gonna jump to verse 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. All right. So we're not gonna know who the elect is. Lord willing, we are the elect because we're doing what the Most High has told us to do. You know, and that's the key thing. Are we doing what the Lord told us to do? You know. So it says, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Okay. And we're being tried just like Yahweh Shai was tried. All right. So my next scripture is Salakia. The next scripture is Matthew chapter 26, 26, and I'm gonna start at the 21st verse. All right. Because this correlates perfectly with what we're going through now on a spiritual level. It says, and as they say, and as they did eat, Matthew 26:21. And as they did eat, he said, verily I say unto you, and this is the Last Supper, by the way, that one of you shall betray me. And they were exceeding sorrowful, and began every one of them to say unto him, Lord, is it I? And he answered and said, he that dippeth his hand with me in the dish, the same shall betray me. Okay. Which we know that was Judas Iscariot. To make a long story short, it says, the Son of Man goeth as it is written of him, but woe unto that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It had been good for that man if he had not been born. Okay. And so much so, the guys that call themselves that believe in the truth now. All right. Because you got guys that call on the name of Yahweh Shai, and they lie in bed with hypocrites. They're in line with hypocrites. All right. So knowing that, and knowing this story, you know, it brings some things to light. You know, some things are being brought to the light. You know, so but basically, to make a long story short, those that eat with the Lord, as it says this, it says, he that dippeth his hand, all right, with me in the dish, the same shall betray me. You know, and it's also a scripture that say, my brother hath lifted up his heel against me. You know, I'm roughly paraphrasing it, but in Psalms it tells you that, uh, about the betrayal, and it was talking about Judas Iscariot as well. That was on a spiritual level. But the point being that the same people that call upon the name of the Lord is really going to betray him in these times, in this time of trouble that we're heading into. They're going to jump ship. Everything that they learn about Yahweh Shai is going, you know, they're going to try to find themselves or see themselves as far as from it as possible. Why? Because the point I'm going to make later on, in the lesson is that they are, they weren't able to drink that cup of the Lord's, you know, his trying you, the tribulation, you know, as we say, take up the cross of Yahweh Shai. As the scriptures say, they weren't able to take that cross. That was the doctrine, which is totally offensive to the world, as it was in their world, because like I said, everything is made up in this pseudo society that we live in, this made up society that the elites created, you know. But that's beside the point. Well, it's part of the point, but um, verse 25 it says, "Then Judas, which betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I? He said unto him, Thou hast said." So the Lord told him, it's like, Thou hast said. So you said it. You said it, basically. Verse 26, as as they were eating, Yahweh Shai took bread and blessed it and brake it and gave it to the disciples and said, Take, eat this, take, eat, this is my body. And he took the cup and gave thanks and gave it to them, saying, Drink ye all of it, for this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remissions of sins. Okay. Now, a lot of people that read this, you'll find two things offensive. How can you eat the Lord's body? Which the disciples, they were offended as well. But he was talking in a spiritual context, you know, because in verse 28 it says, For this is my drink ye all of it, for this is my blood. And drinking blood is forbidden. The scriptures talk about that, but that's a spiritual aspect. Much like a lot of things that we go through and the truth are spiritual, but it takes one to endure manifold temptation, and you have to absolutely understand that a lot of things, everything that we go through in the scriptures or in life or dealing with brothers in the truth is manifold temptations. The Lord said it would happen. You can't enter into the kingdom without it. So back to the scripture, verse 29 says, verse 28, For this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sins. But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth of this fruit of the vine until that day when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom. All right. So it says, and when they had sung an hymn, they went out into the Mount of Olives. Then saith Yahweh Shai unto them, all ye shall be offended because of me this night. For it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered. So, so basically, when they came after Yahweh Shai, that's when a lot of people got offended because he has spiritual power to basically, you know, for one of many reasons, people got offended, the disciples, you know. But when they came for him, everybody jumped ship. Everybody basically forsake the Lord. As and it's going to be evident when that time of trouble comes, which is here already. It's just in a lesser form. So when things start, civil unrest start to heighten in society, that's when the breaches are going to break, and people are going to jump ship for the simple fact that they're offended or they don't want to have nothing to do with the cup Yahushua had to drink, which his disciples all have to drink. All right. If you read the scriptures on how, or we'll go into detail on how the the apostles died, the disciples died. They died horrifically. They were crucified. They got beheaded. So much so, it's going to happen to this day. And a lot of people, they forsake the truth for that very reason. All right. So, verse 32, it says, "But after I am risen again, I will go before you into Galilee." Peter answered and said unto him, "Though all men shall be offended because of thee, yet will I never be offended." And Yahushua said, and Yahushua said unto him, "Verily I say unto thee, that this night before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice." So even Peter, being the right hand man of Yahushua, guess what? He tucked he tucked his tail. All right. All right. And when he was tried, he denied Yahushua. So how much so guys that claim they in the truth or call upon the name of Yahushua, are they ready to lose their families? You know, and that is the question. That is the test of time that brothers are gonna have to face. That's the reality. Whether if you calling on the name of the Lord, like I read in Second Ezra 16 and 68 on down, you calling yourself an Israelite, you're gonna be tried. Whether you know you're Israelite or you in the world, you're gonna be tried, and it's better off to be an Israelite because you die honorably at least. If you're doing the work of the Lord, if you're doing what He told you to do, which is revealing this Esau, the so-called white man, and keeping his word, keeping the doctrine, and going out there teaching and edifying. All right. So it says, verse 35. Peter said unto him, "Though I should die with thee, yet will I not deny thee." Likewise, also said all the disciples. Then cometh Yahushua. So all the disciples said it, you know. But the scriptures say, man, you smite, uh, you smite the Salakia, you smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered. So that's what happened, man. So verse 36, then cometh Yahushua with them unto a place called Gethsemane, and saith unto the disciples, "Sit ye here, while I go and pray yonder." And he took him, Peter, and the two sons of Zebedee, and began to be sorrowful and very heavy. Then saith he unto them, "My soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here and watch with me." Okay. And what spiritually we have the same job that the Lord has given us, because we ate of his body. So we're basically, in other words, we're taking up that same cross. So we speak against the powers that be, like Yahushua did. All right. And we tell them about the kingdom to come, which Yahushua did. And the elites, the powers that be, they're not going to take that lightly. They're going to see that as a threat. They see us out there in garments, using the scriptures to, bring his foundation down. That's a threat in itself. Even though we're prisoners of war. So, you know, but it's Esau you're dealing with. So he's gonna bring down complete wrath. All right, because he know he has a little time to 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 rule. So Salaki for being long winded, but verse 38. Then saith he unto them, "My soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here and watch with me." Okay, and it's the same thing now. Through the Spirit, we're watching now. You know, all right. So because what men were out to get Yahushua, mainly the high priest of his own nation, his own people, which, in the same sense, are people that's leaders in our little communities amongst us blacks, Latins, and Native Americans, those though even those that claim they with Yahweh Shai is gonna turn against us. They're gonna allow certain entities to come in and basically turn us over to them, man. And that's the that's what we have to deal with, as part of our cross. All right. So verse 39, he went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, saying, "O my father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt." So the question is, did that cup pass from him? The answer is no. He had to endure it, just like we have to endure what's coming up the pipeline, whether it be from out of our own backyard. You know, um, it's just something that we have to face. It's that cross. All right, we have to bear it. Just like Yahweh Shai had to. He had to sit in front of somebody that sat in front of him, and knowing this person was going to betray him, just like we have to see people betray us and turn their backs on us. You know, whether Judas Iscariot was offended or not, which he was. Um, he was supposedly a zealot, but he betrayed the Lord nonetheless for riches, to keep his stake, or keep his, you know, keep his stake in the Roman uh, occupation, keep his household, because he was scared of what was coming. And a lot of guys that call on the name of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai, they're gonna be terrified. All right, they're gonna give up the word. All right, because they have families and things that you know that they hold more dear to their heart than the truth. All right, so it says, all right, and Yahweh Shai he was afraid, just like we are, you know, but we don't have the spirit of fear when we go out there and teach. But the time will come, where things are going to get really real. All right, really, really real, and we're going to be asking the Lord to take that cup away from us, but we have to endure it, just like Yahushua did. It says, and he cometh unto verse 40, and he cometh unto the disciples and findeth them asleep, and saith unto Peter, what could ye not watch? Said, what could ye not watch with me with 1 hour? All right. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. He went away again the second time and prayed, saying, O my Father, if this cup may not pass away from me, except I drink it, thy will be done. You see, so he dealt with the fact that this was the will of the Father. When he came back and seen his disciples asleep, you know, um, he knew without a shadow of a doubt that he had to take um, that cup that was given to him, only to free up the nation of Israel, because his purpose was more greater than um, his personal uh, his personal aspirations. It says, and he came, verse 43, and he came and found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy. And that's what's happening now. Guys' eyes are getting heavy. And he left them and went away again and prayed the third time, saying the same words. Then cometh he to his disciples and said unto them, sleep on now, and take your rest. Behold, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Rise, let us be going. Behold, he is at hand that doth betray me. And that's what we have in store, right? Those that betrayed us, they want to see us fall and never get back up. Okay. So, it it's pretty much not everything, but I got one more scripture, you know, because it's something that we have to take up, and it's the doggone truth. Is the reality that we have to face. Those that was once amongst us, oh, they gonna turn us in believers now when they see all this turmoil, going up, and Esau coming down on those who he deems as terrorists to his way of life. You better believe these guys claiming that, calling on the name of Yahweh Shai, a lot of them are going to tuck their tail, right? And they're going to run from Yahweh Shai. All right. When the time will really come you know, where you're supposed to watch, they're going to fall asleep and they're going to give in to the demands of the so-called white man. That's evident. That's evident. It's just a test of time. It's just a matter of time, Salaki, you know. So John 16:31, and I read this not to discourage brothers, but to let them know that that time is here, where we will be betrayed. We already have been betrayed. We see our those that are going to turn us in. Okay. So verse 31, Yahushua answered them, "Do ye now believe? Behold, the hour cometh, yea, is now come, that ye shall be scattered, every man to his own, and shall leave me alone. And yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me." Okay. And it's going to happen. We're going to take on the same plight that Yahushua took on. And we're going to, and best believe, it's a lot of guys that were amongst us or amongst us that's going to tuck the tail. They're going to tuck their tail and run, you know. But they're a lot, they simply wasn't chosen to be saved. I mean, to be among, well, saved and to be amongst, the first fruits of the kingdom, because this is what it's really about, the reward, the crown, you know. It says, yeah, but we have the Father with us. We have the Spirit, Yahweh Bashim shines with the elect. And though those people that claim they're with us now, they claim that, they with us to the long haul, to the end. When they leave us, then the Spirit is going to be with us, man. Verse 33, it says, "These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world." All right. So, and Yahweh Shai is a perfect example. He's showing us that, hey, if he conquered the world, we also can too, you know. And that pretty much was the gist of the lesson, that Jacob's trouble, the Last Supper that, spiritually that we have to endure. I mean, you know, hey, the time is at hand. And with that, I'll say, call Allah Yahweh Shai. Hey, this has been another one with Anaya Allah, the beloved truth. Shalom.